Another thing that people do is that you've heard all these things about, oh, they have this kind of attachment, maybe it's not their love language, maybe they had trauma, they had something. People have to be qualified for the role that we give them. So you're going into that place, you are qualified to give love and to accept love, to give affection and to accept affection. But when you get there, you find someone who has been under some trauma, they had some issue, they had trust issues, or they had broken relationships, or they had one problem or the other, or the whatever problem that they had, and then you get this hero idea of yourself and you appoint yourself their self-appointed savior. And then you begin that struggle. I thought you went there for a relationship. The moment that you go there and you change the role that you went there for, that is why you're unqualified. They're also unqualified to give you what you're looking for, and that's why it doesn't work, right? You're going there trying to be a therapist to someone who had... And I'm not saying that we don't support people. Most of the relationship problems that people talk about are not relationship problems. They're not. They're a performance that people do not know that they are taking part in. And that is exactly why I'm speaking to you in this accent today. I'm going to be putting on a performance because why not? That is the topic of today. Most of the people who talk about struggling and being unhappy about love, with love, or suffering because of love are not suffering because of love. They're suffering because of the performance that they're putting on. So the scenes aren't going according to the scripts that they've written. Those people are performing at love. You know the dangerous thing about something that becomes so normalized that people begin to take it as life, as how things are supposed to be. That is where the problem is. You see, when I realize, I'm going to open your eyes today. When I realized that this is a performance that people are putting on and calling it love, I decided, oh my gosh, people are just suffering for no reason. And I realized that I had hit jackpot. You see, you don't suffer when we're talking about love. Because what is love? Love is all those things that are the opposite of all the things that people say when they're saying that they're suffering because of love. When they're saying that love is hard. People say that love is hard. What is hard is their understanding or misunderstanding. Maybe we should put it that way. Because here is what it is. Love is gentle. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is tolerant. It is sweet. It is selfless. But all the things that you hear people complain about, you'll see that they get upset that somebody is not doing to them what they believe is loving towards them. And so now you have to ask yourself a question. What is it really that these people, when you look at all these people, if you look at cases 1 to 10 and cases 1 to 100, most of the people, what they're looking for, what they're angry about, what they're complaining about is something that the other person isn't doing. What is the other person not doing? They're not giving them attention the way they want it. They're not doing things the way they want them to. But you have to ask yourself this. If really you're saying that you're suffering because of love, and what your pain is that that person isn't doing to you what you want, for you what you want, does it then mean that love is about accessing something from somebody? You see what I'm saying? So that is where the issue is. People are trying to access something from someone, and when they're unable to access it, they get upset with that person.